And we're live
In Hollywood.
live in Hollywood.
Did we decide what we were doing? I mean, like, Tia squared.
I thought we were doing twin spin.
Twin spin. Okay. Can you write a note on that? Because I'm going to get confused. So if you're watching, there are just two of us here.
Isabel has a date on
Yeah.
podcast day.
Yeah, she does. She chose to have a date on podcast day.
Yeah.
So here we are. Welcome to, I guess, our first real edition of Twin Spin. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So Twin Spin is going to be special episodes of Tia time where it's just the Tias.
If you're a viewer, it might not be special to you, but we foresee having to do
Multiple
episodes with just us.
Yeah, which is okay. We see each other pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Should we introduce ourselves?
I guess we should.
Okay. I'm Sarah.
I'm Isabel.
And this is Tia Time, Twin Spin. Oh, I'm really excited to see how that comes out.
Me too. Maybe we could drop. Should we just say this is twin spin? No, 'cause
No,
people.
yeah.
Okay, let me go fuck myself in the bathroom. Okay, so I guess since it's
Make sure you talk in the mic.
since it's just about us, this episode. I mean, this episode is literally about us.
Yeah.
It's about, I guess, growing up as twins.
We have experience. in
We
that.
do. Some would say we're pros.
Yeah.
I was on Reddit looking up. I always go to Reddit. I was looking up twin stuff, and someone was looking for a podcast specifically on twins that doesn't talk about all the negative. And I was like, oh, negative.
Really?
Yeah. But
You should comment on it and plug this podcast or this
I
particular
will.
episode.
But I think it's a lot of parents who have twins and they're expecting twins and they look for these podcasts.
And then they get scared that they're
They're-
going to have demon kids.
They're specifically looking.
Here, let me move this to you. Try tilting it like that or something. Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Your little sister?
So they're specifically looking for podcast about twins being parents of twins.
Yeah. So it's interesting because I thought you were going to tell me. Well, I feel like maybe, okay, I guarantee they found podcasts that are like difficulty being married to a twin or dating a twin. I can almost guarantee it. Or hating your twin.
Some people hate their twins.
Some people really do.
Some people feel like they don't have an identity. But I guess we can get into that.
Yeah, is that what this is about?
It's mostly about, I'm not going to lie, I've let this week get ahead of me. I lost it.
So what did you do anything crazy busy this week? I feel like we didn't recap that. And because we hung out yesterday.
I always have, if you're new here, I had breast cancer. So I always have like appointments or adjusting to like a different schedule or medication.
Oh, so do you like always get like maybe like that's where your week goes because you know you have the appointment coming up?
When I have an appointment coming up, I get like dread. And it's not like I'm being like scanned or anything, but it's the fact that they're going to do blood work. They're going to see how my medicine's working with me.
Yeah.
If it's causing any damage to my organs, which obviously we don't want. So this title of this episode, I think, is So We're Not Twins. And we're talking about what if we weren't twins? How has a twin, being a twin, shaped who we are? And has it benefited or hindered us in any way? And balancing independence versus closeness.
Okay.
Which is, I think, is very interesting because I feel like our dynamic has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because before I did not know how to live without you.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like we've had okay. So there's great benefits to being a twin, and then there's been some hindrances. I mean, just like last week, or I think it was a few episodes ago, but where I mentioned
Oh, in college?
Yeah, where I wanted to go for business, but I ended up switching to pre-house because it was expected you were doing that, and mom begged me.
And, back then, I was like, yeah, Sarah, change your major. And I would never, it'd be like, no, like, you have no business in biology. Neither did I, but
Yeah.
I would have been the one starting over by myself. And yeah, I was too afraid to do anything without you. When we graduated college, I got a job at Whole Foods. And you didn't. And that was like mind-blowing to me because we had, on top of going to school together, we had every part-time job together as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember like I worked at FedEx, and I remember we both went through like this. It's our first job not working together.
Almost panicked.
Yeah, because we did everything together.
Yeah. And that's
So-
funny because from there, you went into like that office working and I went to like, Whole
Manual
Foods is
labor.
not manual labor, guys. It's not, but it was a grocery position. So I would break down the pallets for groceries and stock, and
I remember
it
that.
was more hands-on than like physical hands-on than what you were doing.
Yeah. But I guess, should we give like a history of our relationship? Because I think we've said it before. You and I are closer now than we were.
When we were in our teens,
Yeah.
early 20s.
So as babies,
As babies,
We were close.
We were close. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, we only had each other. We didn't really have friends because we weren't kids who went to like preschool. We literally just cold turkey went to kindergarten.
cold turkey.
But we weren't in any groups or anything, and
We didn't do sports, definitely.
Yeah, we really didn't play outside. So, and our brothers are like 11 and 15 years older than us. So obviously they weren't playing with us. So it was literally just us. And then I think because of that, we clung to our producer. Our producer's 7 years older than us, but our moms are really close. So we were always with her. Yeah. That was our main interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like wild animals.
We were. So we went to school and we clung to each other more.
Yeah. I think up until like middle school. So like for me, like I feel like fourth grade, so maybe pre-middle school,
Oh.
I popped off.
Sarah was very popular.
I was.
I wasn't.
Yeah, and it's just because I had a group of friends. I started having like major crushes in sixth grade.
We knew at that point. I knew I was gay. She knew she was gay. We didn't know. We were
each other.
gay.
Yeah, like, it's funny because we lived together. We got picked. Like we did everything together.
But we didn't trust each other.
No, like that wasn't a conversation.
No.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny. I did not trust telling you that I was gay.
I didn't trust telling you either. I told a
thought-
friend first.
I thought you would
So,
tell.
Okay, funny thing. Isabel and I had the same best friend.
Jolene.
Yeah, Jolene. And I told her first in fifth grade. And then in sixth grade, because we went to a Chicago public school, so it wasn't where, you went class to class to class. Like
Yeah.
in Illinois, in the suburbs anyway, in middle school,
You start to.
Yeah, you go to different classes, in a Chicago public school, at least in the early 2000s.
You did not.
You didn't.
You still in your main classroom.
Yeah, you were in one classroom all day. You sat at your desk, and that was it. So, sixth grade, Isabel was in Jolene's class, and Isabel told the same friend.
Hey, I'm gay. And
So,
but honestly, she did not tell.
no, so good on her. She was a
Yeah.
hell of a liar, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Yeah. But I think it's funny that we both confided in the same person.
Yeah.
And she'd call the house, or I'd call her, and then you'd call her, and then she'd be like, you guys got to talk.
Yeah.
And get it. it
this
gets
is
better.
good.
It gets better. Our first girl crush was on the same girl.
Yeah. And Sarah had her nerve to be mad at me because she was her friend in her class.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Sarah, but I still got eyes.
Shut the hell up, Isabel.
And Jennifer V.
Isabel.
There's plenty of Jennifer V's in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I remember we met in fifth grade. She was like the new kid, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. And that's like the first time I think I had a really big crush. And then I told my friend, and then
You did. Now that
Yeah.
I know, your crush is bigger than mine.
it was so big. I was such a big crush. And we would hang out with like a group of girls like by the school. Do you remember getting dropped off at like, I guess we can name them because, you know, common names. But do you remember like Michelle and Brenda?
Yeah.
And
Michelle was my friend.
yeah, but she lived right by Brenda.
Yeah.
And Jennifer lived right like the next block over. So I'd get dropped off to hang out over there. You came with me, of course, the old ball and chain, my original ball and chain.
OG ball and chain.
Yeah. And then we'd like hang out. And then I think there was just that part of me that thought like this was my thing. And
Do you remember that party we went to?
Yeah, for Halloween.
Yeah, that was like, I think I was too immature for such a party.
Yeah. It was at someone's house, right?
It was, yeah.
We were in 5th grade, 6th grade.
Something like that. There, I know that.
Yeah.
We didn't partake. We didn't partake. We were like fifth graders. We were babies.
Yeah.
And the thing about how we were raised, we were innocent babies.
Yes. So sixth grade.
Like whatever. We were stunned that there was alcohol there or whatever.
Yeah.
We just had hot chips.
Yeah. And then we went home.
We went home.
We had pot coming.
I think we went home the earliest.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. And then we moved.
Then we moved
to the suburbs.
And had no friends.
None. With each other.
Yeah.
That's all we had.
But we were already starting to drift. I depended on Sarah a lot. I really didn't have independence. She was almost like a second mom. And if I didn't understand something from school, like she had to help me. She had to teach me or let me copy. I don't even know how that dynamic started. It's like as early as I can remember, you called the shots and I was like,
yeah,
I was like the wind beneath your wings.
So yeah, totally. So I think being a twin is the best thing in the world. I would never, ever, ever want to change it. And when you're growing up, it's funny because when you have twins or if you are a twin, like you tell me if I'm wrong, right? This was my experience, but you fall into a natural dynamic. Mm-hmm. And with Isabel, I was the outspoken one. Like I ended up wholeheartedly being the leader. And so a good example is like my mom always jokes that I learned how to do everything first.
Yeah.
So every kid learns how to get out of their crib. I did it first. And one of my actual first memory that in my mind where I'm cognizant, like I understand it, was I got out of the crib.
That's mine too.
And Isabel couldn't get out of hers. Mm-hmm. But I remember I stopped and I looked at her and she looked at me and I couldn't get her out. And then I went down the stairs.
And my first memory is watching her get out of the crib, get out, stop, look up at me, and leave.
And that's
crazy.
That's like a creepy twin
because
thing.
we looked at each other.
Yeah. And it's funny that's your memory and that's mine. And it's funny.
I bet you didn't know this. And I just remembered it right now.
Okay.
You said it. You learned how to do everything first. I fucking hated you because of it.
Oh, shit.
I felt like, oh, Sarah's got it. Sarah's going to do this. I did good on a test. Guess who did better? Sarah. And I always felt like I was never, I feel like I'm going to start crying.
Okay, make sure you talk on the mic too. When you turn to look at me.
I know, I get to like, because it's such an emotional thing.
Just stare at the camera. And
I
cry.
always felt like I wasn't as good as you. And even, I feel like subconsciously, like, no, my mom didn't think that, but I felt like she favored you over it.
Okay, so that's so funny. And I think it's maybe the way parents praise their children because everyone, like Ma would always say, oh, my Sarah did it, because I remember hearing that and I remember thinking that like gave me that, I feel like that superiority where okay, let me tell you, from a very young age, even like in middle school, especially in high school, I felt like I was growing into like the leader of the family.
Yeah.
And then after everything happened with, our oldest brother and stuff, I fully stepped in. I feel like within our family, like Ma, Pa, me, you, Danny, whatever, I am the head of household, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I call the shots. If something really bad happened, everyone would turn to me and ask, what are we doing?
Yeah.
How are we handling this? So, and I think that I've slowly been preparing for, like, that's been getting geared up.
Yeah.
Growing up, because Ma would always say, oh, my Sarah has this, my Sarah did this, my Sarah's so smart. And on the other end, what I hated about you is Ma would always say, look at my Isabel smile. Because you have a pretty smile, and it would make me feel really ugly. So and everyone would always say this, and Rachel, our producer, our cousin who grew up with us knows. They would always tell me my face was fuller. Isabel had a thin face, and I was always like, "Oh, her cheeks are so full," and then you would tell me I look like a fucking pumpkin.
Yeah, just when we were younger, you had kind of like a square pumpkin-shaped head.
I did, so I just felt like an ugly monster.
Well, joke's on me because my face is fuller now.
but growing up for the longest time, it was the other way around. You always had a very thin face.
I was always a little thinner than you. And
Yeah.
Then time caught up with
But
us.
it's funny how those are the things, right? Like I felt like I had to do everything better.
You did do it. You did do everything better.
But I don't think that's it. I think
And then
Again-
icing on the cake, we fucking moved from Chicago, and the middle school we were put into in the suburbs, they had their nerve to separate you on color, on where you were, like in what classes you were.
so basically, yeah. So it was like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right? That was at this middle school. And 6th, 7th, and 8th all had the basic color, which was,
I don't know, probably fucking shit brown or gray.
yeah,
It would probably be like green or something.
Yeah.
And you were like
blue or something like that. And it's like, so if you were like considered average, you were in green. That's the color you were in, like the course you followed.
I was in green.
If you were considered a bit more advanced, you got put
Purple.
into another
You
color.
were purple. It's
So
purple.
like for 6th grade, it was green and purple. For 7th, it was green and probably blue or something like that. So when you had the test when you went to the school.
Yeah. I'll tell
And-
you, my friends, I never left green.
No, Isabel went into green and I got sorted and I was in purple. So we didn't have
Yeah.
any classes together, which I think pushed
I put a wedge between us.
put a wedge because Isabel already thought, okay, Sarah's in these classes.
Yeah.
And then-
Sarah.
But then Isabel also stopped like caring and doing work.
I know I was so behind. It's going from a Chicago public school to a even the average, quote unquote average class is too hard for me. It was mostly math, and I remember my homeroom teacher was talking to me, and she said, "You're smart. You're just not putting any effort in." And then I got
She got the nail on the head though.
yeah, she did.
You were smart.
And I just didn't know how to ask for help. And I got along with this guy named Michael, and Michael didn't do the homework, so I didn't do my homework. And I got in trouble, and then my grades picked up, but they were never as good as yours.
No.
You ever in high school fighting with me because I needed to copy your math homework?
Yeah. So here's another kicker. So I don't want to get too off base from this
Yeah, episode.
because it was like benefits of being a twin or like the downside to it, and we've experienced both like drastically. I think throughout all that time though, we were still really close.
we would fight so bad, and our mom would say, "How can you say you're close? I've never spoken to any of my sisters like this."
And I'm like, yeah, Mom said if someone hurts your feelings, you just don't say anything.
Yeah, we would fight a lot.
Yeah. But I think we still stayed close though. And then I will say, when did we start getting, was it like, when did we really just like,
It was after you and your second. We were close because I lived with you.
yeah,
We just kind of always stuck together.
we did.
We did, and then I went through that breakup, and I lived with you, but still we weren't like super close. Like
Because my ex.
Yeah, I really thought you were like a asshole. I preferred being with my friends more than you. And by my friends, I mean like
Nick.
and Alex.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah. Plus,
So,
I was-
okay, seriously, because you're just like, I felt, I felt like I knew you and that you loved me, and I feel like you just hated me growing up.
no, I was just resentful because
So basically, I'm Tia and you were Tamara.
is that how it is?
Which one was the popular one?
Tia was the smart one. Tamara was the fun one.
Yeah, okay. So I was like Tia, like, and then Tamara was like kind of goofy.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. And Tamara would kind of resent Tia, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that show kind of nailed it.
I was. This is why I would say you were mean and stuff. I was just because you could be. I think you were so resentful with me because I kind of took a backseat to everything. And I remember once we had to make an appointment with somebody, and I was so afraid and I didn't want to call, but I was being like we were arguing. So you were really good at holding, like, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it then.
Yeah, because Mom does that.
And then you had me call, and I stumbled in my words. The person I was calling was confused. And
I remember.
And I started crying and hung up.
Okay, I remember. We were older. It was the lawyer for the
guys. It was college, so really, I
had
needed
no
some
business
growing
doing
up
that.
to do.
We were like, Isabel, we were 24.
Yeah, I just said I couldn't stand on my own
we were
2
out.
feet.
We were out of college.
That's what I said.
So
I had a lot of growing up to do.
Because you told me that, but listen, let me hold your little pin for a second. I think about that. Think about it now. It's low key. You told it from a very serious point of view, but I remember being in the room with you.
It was funny.
It's funny.
It's funny. It was mean, but it was funny.
It's so funny. It's popping back into my head. So I will say, I love being Isabel's little sister because
You say it often. I'm just looking at these questions.
So wholeheartedly, we joke that like I was like her little mom. She even says that in her matron of honor speech at my wedding. I loved being Isabel's little mom, but let me say, growing up, I never felt like I was the big sister. I always felt like even if it was me doing stuff, I always felt like Isabel was my big sister. So I really internalized like the little sisterness of it all. So sometimes I could be mean, but I will also say you were fucking mean too. Do you remember you used to slut shame me, especially when I started dating or sleeping with people, and then you'd be really mean to me. And so one thing about Isabel is she can stay calm, but then when she snaps, she snaps.
Here's the thing about me. We can be fighting and I'll laugh. When I'm really fighting with you, I laugh. That's how I am when I handle emotions. I can't help it. I always bring a little humor to everything in my life, even grief. I don't lose my temper often. So I'm like a punching bag. You can hit me around and I'm like, okay, okay. Like I let it go. But then it could be like a drop of a hat, a straw, some will say. And
I'm a strong wind.
I'm a different fucking person.
She is. She's fucking Satan. So obviously growing up, we've had these fights. So she would fucking unleash and tell me the meanest, most horrible things to me.
It's not like I'm telling her I'm gonna slit your throat.
No, instead she would say like you're fucking fat or something like that. Or
and it was worse. It had to be worse because I was more creative than saying you're fat.
Yeah. But she'd say really hurtful things. And then she'd have her fucking nerve
To need her.
to tell me, hey, after this insane argument where she fucking ripped my soul and I'm crying, she would go ahead and tell me, hey, can you give me your math homework so I can copy it? I didn't get a chance to finish. And then I'd get mad at her. Obviously, I didn't want to hand it over. And one time we actually got in like a
physical
altercation at school because she wanted to copy my math homework.
And then, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I have a lisp. It's worse than Sarah's. She started in speech therapy. You see, you have that, and I thought it's because I was missing a tooth, but I have my tooth back and it still comes out. So, will it go away?
Who can say?
Who's to say? I'm gonna get a shirt that says "Who's to say."
That's a good one. We should all wear
Put it in our pocket. Yeah. So I had a PIP. I think it's called a PIP program, and my mom would have to come in, and it was like special help, guys. Because I started like 7th, 6th grade.
You said guys, and I immediately thought of that SNL
What?
episode with the teacher, and he goes, "You guys." You did that so good, you guys.
I can't do the voice like him.
I know, but it's so. When you guys.
Yeah, and his feelings are hurt.
See, we hated it when we watched it, but
You guys. That's it.
that's what he did. Like, oh, that's really good. You did. That was a good one. You were winding it up.
I was.
Mom and Pa had a meeting with your PIP doctor. With your
Not my doctor, you fucker. It was my speech therapist. And I walked in and I had like a scratch on my nose. And shit.
You were bleeding.
I wore a ponytail every single day. You guys. I wear a ponytail every day because I'm a little. I've always been a little dyke that I am sitting before you. If you're watching,
but our mother would not let her cut her
she
hair.
would not. She would not. So I had a dead ass ponytail because it wasn't like a perky cheerleader ponytail. I was going to warn everyone that the British are coming. Like this fucker was on my neck. I gave Papa Real a run for his money, and I walked in and like it was like pulled out here, pulled out there. My eyes were like red because I had cried after my fight.
Yeah, and she was like blood was coming down her cheek.
And I did not turn in my math homework that day.
No, because you didn't copy it.
No, I didn't get it. Yeah.
She knew. Mom knew we had been fighting because I think she saw me too.
Yeah. The thing about what's crazy about our mom is if we fought, we would get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like if we had an argument, we were in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. We couldn't argue, and she wasn't good with arguing.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna probably start
So-
asking you some questions.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let freedom ring.
What part of your identity feels like it's only yours?
I feel like my whole life now.
Your whole adult life now.
Yeah, my whole adult life. I feel like me. I feel okay. So my last. Everyone knows my last name. Duh. It's literally when you see it's almost on every fucking wall in the South. So it is. I have another one over there too. So
You're possessed.
shut the fuck up. That was gifted to us.
Okay.
Ellie's parents gave that to us. But my maiden name was Madera. So Sarah Madera, I felt like was entwined with Isabel Madera.
I still call you Sarah Madera sometimes.
I know, it's fine. But then I feel like once I kind of got like enveloped in the Karuna family, like once I became that, like Sarah Karuna, I feel like
You were a whole different person.
I do. And I like this person more. So I totally feel like that. Like, you know how you told me it's weird you live this whole different life.
yeah.
So I feel like let me backtrack a little bit. You and I really got close after my ex and I broke up, after I made you cry when you had to try and call the lawyer. Oh, and I think I did that because you were fighting with me about something.
She did it to teach me a lesson, guys.
Yeah, yeah. She was fighting with me about something. She was not very nice. And I'm like, you fucking do it then. So she tried to do it.
Knew I couldn't.
I knew she couldn't. And every email correspondence with this lawyer hereafter is mine. I still have the email saved. So,
You gone.
I knew you were gonna say that. So after all of that,
Yeah.
after our best friend passed away, and then your traumatic breakup, and then Isabel lived with me, but her and my ex did not get along at all. Which, surprise, surprise, no one fucking liked my ex. And then I went through that breakup.
Only Ma liked your ex.
I know, weird, right? I feel like you and I got really close then. Mm-hmm. Like crazy close. And it's probably because I was hanging out with you and Heidi all the time.
That's my wife.
And
Yeah.
then I started dating Allie, and we kind of just like, I don't know. Like it's like you and I went and did our own things.
Yeah, because I did hate you for a little bit when you were with Allie too. I hated you at my wedding.
Until I bathed you.
I hated you a little. You did not want to get me. I was so hungover. You didn't post that video either.
No. Okay. Can you put a note that you're going to text me and I'll post
I'm not-
over on my wedding?
I'm not sure if it's appropriate because I don't have pants on. But a lot of girls take photos in like bike shorts.
If Calvin Klein can post ads of them staying in their underwear, I think you dancing in boxers is fine.
Like, I was just saying, I guess we'll see. I'll try to put it into HR. That'd be funny.
Yeah. So I think we got really close then. I think we built like
A new.
a solid foundation as adults. I almost want to say.
Yeah, I think you respect me more as an adult. About time too.
Shut the fuck up about time too. Yeah, hey, bitch, look at me. You didn't respect me either. You know you didn't.
I worshipped her.
No, you didn't. Is the joke not that I'm LeFou and you're Gaston?
That's true.
Now
That's true.
tell me again that you worship me.
You know what? I've respected Sarah my whole life. I just didn't like her. That's the difference. I like you now. I don't just love you. I don't. I was gonna start doing.
Come on.
love. But I can't do it like the baby.
I don't like King Julian.
I love King Julian. Yeah.
So I always loved you too. I didn't always respect you.
That's evident, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Respect is earned,
My-
not given. No, I'm joking. Who do I sound like?
did you watch Housemaid?
Ma?
Oh, okay. I feel like my humor. I'm a lot funnier than you are. That's like a big part of my personality.
Well, if you ask Ma.
Because Mom's obsessed with you. Didn't I not just talk about my trauma, how you were like the preferred one? Even now, if I know I get like so annoyed because you've been calling her, and I called her this morning to give her some tea. I know I just called her. I didn't even have any gossip for her. And I was just driving and she said, "Do you know what my Sarah told me?" And she went on to tell me what I had told her the day before.
What was it?
What was it about? It was about our cousin's dog.
Oh. Ma doesn't always listen. And I will say, unfortunately for you, because you call her more than I do.
Daily.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to Mom more, though, because lately I feel like I don't know what's going on in her life. So
There was something else too. The day before, she was telling me what her Sarah told her, and I was like, "What? That was me." I didn't even correct her this time. I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, Ma will call me and she'll go, "My Isabel, she's having a good day, yeah." The fuck? Ma, I don't know. It's 8 o'clock. I haven't spoken to her.
Do you know why? It's because Ma's under this like impression that I'm like constantly depressed because I had breast cancer.
Yeah.
It's because I make the mistake of telling her when I feel like low.
Yeah.
She just takes it as my whole
So
personality.
I know, but literally, Ma will do it all the time. Or I'm calling her, and she'll go, "Yeah, see what happens. Isabel's at work, huh?" Yeah, it's fucking Thursday at 10. Yeah, I hope she's at work.
And she's like, "Hey, what's new? What's going on? Anything else? Anything else new?" And I said, "Ma, I tell her this every single day. I talk to you daily, Ma. Not much has changed. Like, I'm going to work. I'm gonna go home." What else is to say? I would not get that.
No, she wouldn't. Every time I think about that, I always want to go, "Who can say?
Who's to say?"
I say my own version of it, I guess, because I'm
All
stupid.
right. Did our family actually treat us like two different people? Yeah, I think we've never been treated in public. In fucking public, we're treated as one person. We had a job that they did not have
They couldn't tell us apart.
common courtesy to learn our names or learn to tell us apart, even though I had fucking dyke hair and her hair was a ponytail, and they called us twin. Hey, twin.
They'd see just one of us and go, "Twin," and
We're
to
like-
make it worse, we're like, "Huh?" Yeah, but I will say, on the line though, we did wear hairnets.
That's true.
Yeah, and we wore the same outfits. But I
It
mean,
was a uniform.
Yeah.
It's not like we were showing up in fucking matching twin outfits.
yeah.
But they would say twin and it didn't help because we were so used to it. And worse, do you know what's more confusing that we do? If I'm out in public and I hear someone saying, Sarah, I respond to it. I think
You
I'm
turn
just-
around?
I'm just used to
I
it.
feel bad for you because Sarah's such a common name.
It is a common name. And when we're like in places of work, though, they would say Sarah, and I would respond to it, and they're like, "If you're not Sarah, why are you responding?" I'm like, "I'm just used to it." You've never responded to Isabel?
Isabel's not a common name. I will say, so one time I worked at the airport and some people came up to me. Like, if someone's staring at me a lot, I immediately think they think I'm my sister. And it could be a
Same,
place
same.
you don't work with. Me, you, same.
I can watch that.
You do. But basically, whenever someone's staring at me like they're trying to place me, I think, oh, they think I'm my sister. And that happened at the airport with Heidi's cousins. They saw me, and sometimes people will throw a test, Isabel, out there, and
Like Isabel?
and then I'm like, you're talking about my sister. I'm Sarah, and I get the, no way, you look just alike.
Well, we're twins, baby.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Not me, Cece.
No, me, Cece. Now you're gonna keep going. Me, you, same. I gotta show you that clip before you leave.
do. I'm like sweating, guys.
You guys.
You guys. I can't do it now.
But you do a pretty good job. So, what was your question? I totally forgot.
Did our family actually treat us like two different people? Yeah, our family did.
Yeah, they do. Our mom was never one of those like matching clothes like
Yeah, she wasn't when we were little.
when we were babies, but not like when we got older. But you know what? We would have to wear those tights that would go around your feet like we were riding horses. My weave is acting up.
So's mine. Yeah, no.
Can you get me albuterol, Allie? The blue inhaler.
My mom had her nerve to think she had straight daughters.
Well, you guys can dress the same when you're older. You both wear those same like, beige pants and similar sweatshirts.
You know that was picked out for us, right?
But she was still dressing.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Brief pause, and
Okay,
then you
hold on. We're back.
Okay.
Our cousin is enlightening us that it wasn't just babies. Our mom actually dressed us similar
Okay,
for years.
so she sounds like a documentary she read for years. You with a pen in your hand
Sarah,
is magic.
I got in a fight with my wife the other day, and it like calms me down to have a pen in my hand. I'll do drawings. I was talking to Isabel at work today, and we're chatting, and I'm like drawing a picture of a cat and a dog. I was fighting with Heidi, and she was like yelling at me. And I was yelling back, but then I get like a certain cutoff, and she would be like, ah, and I would just, you don't understand me. Like, I journal now.
that good for you.
I need it.
But you're like do you remember Once Upon a Time Henry with his pen like
No, I didn't watch that far.
okay well fuck me but God, we were saying something. Oh yeah, so yeah, our senior photos for high school.
Stupid.
We wore the same colors, the
did.
same shirt but different colors.
Same shoes, same jeans.
So
same hairstyle.
We wore. I think they must have been boot cut. I wore yellow. It looked like a gold shirt
Why would you wear yellow?
because mom picked out gold for me.
and she picked out purple for me. She just like would not.
Do you have the yearbooks?
I think I do.
Can you take a picture of our? Because you know they're going to be right next to each other. Our senior photos.
Oh, I don't know if I have them at home.
You should check. I don't know if mine are here or if they're at Allie's parents' house.
I'm very like tomboy dyke. My mom did not let me be what I am today in high school, and I had long hair. And for prom, she made me wear a dress. Not just any dress; it was like a dinner gown. I looked like I was going to go fucking sit with I was gonna go eat in fucking Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey.
We both wore ball gown, like yeah,
That's why we didn't have headpieces on.
or gloves. That would have been funny though, right?
It would have been.
We. We should take that picture of her like this and put one of our faces on it.
I gotta learn how to Photoshop.
Oh, man, you do because you'd be really good at it.
Okay. Who got more in trouble and who got away with everything? I feel like
Yeah, you answer this one. I'm curious.
I feel like it's you got in more trouble.
I agree tenfold.
But you also got away with a lot more than me. I didn't really get away with anything.
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything though.
Well, so I think why is she laughing over
Why
there?
are you laughing?
Your mom would sometimes remember Christmas and you were doing like that voice and then she like you laughed at Christmas. Like that was just
That was our normal though. We grew up in our household. Our parents swear at us.
Yeah. So
It's not like we were babies being sworn at.
no,
It was one Christmas.
this was the Christmas after Isabel tried to call the lawyer.
Yeah. So I stim a lot, I guess. I just do like random stupid noises. And it comes out a lot when we talk with family. It just you guys like they're used to me being like kind of wacky, kind of loud, kind
Yep.
of just doing stupid shit. And this one Christmas, for Christmas Eve, we watch everyone open presents it goes through age.
Yeah. youngest to oldest.
Yeah, and every present that my sister and I gave people, because we were married for a little bit, so
Yeah.
we did couples gifts.
Yeah, so by married for a little bit, she means Isabel. Like, the sisters were married because there were two of us and we were poor. We would put our money in together.
And take from Sarah and Isabel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So what would happen is our mom would, usually our cousin Rachel will walk around and hand the gifts out, but you always read the tag out loud. So
Yeah.
for example, it would be like,
we would never write your name on a gift.
no. So like we'd call Rachel like Sweet Baby Ray or the
Rachel McBacho.
yeah,
Something
something
stupid.
stupid. So like when you read the tag, it would be like to Rachel McBacho from Sarah and Isabel.
Yeah.
And on this Christmas, Rachel did not want to pass out gifts, so our mom did. And she'd read the tag and she'd go, to Rachel McBacho from Sarah and Isabel. And then my sister would say, hope you like it.
I'll see if I can lower that. It's kind of loud.
Yeah.
I was hope you like it, but
say
it's,
it away from the mic. Hope you like it.
it got annoying.
It got annoying
You
real
guys.
quick.
You got me so fucked up on that.
You guys, I know. That's gonna be you now. But we thought it was funny, and with every gift that went out, me and Rachel were dying. We were cracking up, and I'm gonna guess it was like gift 6, where my mom finally won. What did she go like? Enough of that, you asshole. Which is an example of the kind of trouble Isabel would get in.
That was my trouble. I didn't do anything bad. I was
So
just annoying.
I will say though, my mom would snap at her for that stuff, and I think it's just because Isabel had such a low baseline. I feel like I did a lot of stupid shit as a kid, and sometimes I was sneaky. So when I got in trouble, like, it's because I was doing something bad. But then,
You were bad. You were so bad.
especially when I was a teenager.
When you were in college.
Yeah.
Do you remember you were failing a class?
Okay. I got 1D in college, and it's because I really did not understand what was happening.
And then you were dating somebody new.
No, I wasn't dating them then. It was
Oh.
just like the teacher just fucking hated me.
Okay, I guess we'll go on to this question. What's something you understand about your family experience that no one else does?
Can you look at me real quick? Can you get something over here?
Your finger was
I know I didn't mean to hit your my finger. My finger's longer than I thought. I was like, meh.
You know what that reminds me of? Has anyone? I hope you've seen Balto, and the little skinny one's gonna go. He's like, and the dog puts his whole ass little finger in his nose, like
to block him.
yeah,
Yeah.
So sometimes when I was by myself and I'd feel his sneeze coming, but I go, but I had to go sneeze on my hand.
So you were both bears in that.
Dogs.
But oh yeah, Gesundheit. That they were the
Yeah.
yeah, and he'd go like this.
Yeah. But with his little paw nub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cartoons, right? All right. What's the last question?
I didn't say what the last
Oh,
one.
I
baby.
thought you started. Oh shit.
I guess I move on. Guess we'll never know. What boundaries had to change once you got married? I
Medication.
gotta take my medicina.
What boundaries when we get?
Had change. We're not supposed to tell each other everything. But we do. It's seeky.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
just kidding.
Like, so for the sake of our marriages, I think realize that maybe, especially like we said before, we got really close. I think when we were like officially adults, and not it's like you turn 21 and you're adult.
You're not an
I mean,
adult.
Isabel just, as she just shared with you, she cried when she called the lawyer at 24. But
What 24-year-old is calling a lawyer? Riddle me that. It's not like I'm just like, hey, Mr. Lawyer, like we had some serious business. Okay,
you guys,
you guys.
serious business.
It's not that funny.
It is. My wheeze is so bad. Just you going, what 24-year-old kind of lawyer? We had some serious business. So fun. I called the lawyer. But anyway, that's so funny. But we got really close in, like, I'd say 25, 26, right?
Yeah.
Really, I think the big numbers are 26, 27, where I wanted to do everything for you. That was the year of gifts for you.
Oh, when she got me my PlayStation and my Switch and
Yeah. So into adulthood, we got really, really, really close. Like as close as we've ever been.
enough where I'm comfortable sending her memes. Oh, I hope my sister gets a raise so she can afford to buy me anything I want.
Yeah. And that's just like our dynamic now.
Yeah.
It's built, I think, on more like respect and just mutual appreciation.
We're like, I feel like we've always been friends, but now we're like, we're best friends.
I mean, truly, like to the word, like
Yeah.
best friends. So obviously, like I was 29 when I got married. How old were you? 26?
I was like fucking 3.
Basically.
I know. I was 27.
27, yeah. So I just turned 29. So I think because we had gotten so close, trying to find that boundary of like, I'm married to this person.
Yeah.
This person has to be my secret keeper and, you know, my sole confidant. And things that we talk about have to be private and I shouldn't go and run and tell my sister.
Yeah.
So that was an adjustment.
But to be fair, when I started dating my wife, I told her, dating a twin is very hard. We tell each other everything, and it's not like your friendships where maybe you'll see your friend and then don't see them for like a month, 2 months, because that's life. You grow up, you have a family. If I don't see my sister within that month, something's not right.
Yeah.
Even going through chemo, I still saw her.
Yeah. Well, I yeah, pretty regularly.
Yeah, everyone saw me. I once went to like Isabel's birthday, and I was sitting there with my numb ass mouth, like nauseous and shit in the corner, basically sleeping. But I just wanted to be in the room with everybody.
Yeah. Remember we got Five Guys?
No,
Oh,
because I didn't need it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think setting those boundaries were key.
Yeah, we still try to set these quote unquote boundaries. What are them?
I don't know.
You guys, I think it's time to call it.
I think so too. And this was a deep one. This was a
Yeah, because I feel like, again, we've lived together. Obviously, we've been together our whole lives.
yeah.
But we have such different experiences, and sometimes it's interesting.
So I want to leave it on this. I really thought I knew you, and like the thoughts that you had, and okay. So I'm learning through this podcast because we talk more serious on it when you and I are really having like these kind of heart to hearts
Yeah.
with a camera in front of us. But I feel like I'm getting to know you more, like on a serious note. When I hear the thing, like the big feelings you had when we were growing up that I didn't know you had
Yeah.
because I was wrapped up in my own stuff.
But that's because that's the people pleaser in me. In my family, my role is, even if a lot of people don't realize it, my cousin, she goes to therapy like me, and she does. I am the peacekeeper in this family, and that's been detrimental to my mental health.
Wow, what a mic drop. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
On that note,
I guess, what do they say?
come for the laughs.
Oh, fuck. We've got to plug ourselves. They don't say anything.
No, scratch that.
I guess you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, I guess wherever you get your podcasts.
Apple Music. Not Apple Music.
We're a band.
We're a band.
You don't want to hear us sing. Or do you?
We did have a Christmas album.
That was short-lived. Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Instagram.
YouTube,
It's
if you
at
watch.
Tia Time Podcast, no spaces. It'll be written
Somewhere
someplace. I'll
around
put
here.
it either on our heads, down here. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
I'll put it in the show notes too if you're not watching.
Yeah.
And
But you should watch sometime.
You should. We're fun.
Yeah.
And please comment.
Yeah.
Like,
Please.
subscribe.
Tell your friends about us.
Please. We're lonely.
Yeah. We're lonely. Okay, we just had a heart to heart.
Okay.
Yeah. So what did they say? Come for the laughs.
And stay for the real talk.
Give kiss.